Morning traders. So how do we trade the Aussie today? So yesterday was quite a violent day. We had over 1,600.4. Now, I want to highlight a few things here on the weekly. And the first thing is that we have tagged the weekly 200 EMA. Okay, there is still sort of a level down here. Okay, so this is 46,645. Okay, and this inside tail here, you can see how it lines up with quite a bit as well. So that would be my next level of 45,126. Okay, now with the rapid fall that we had yesterday and the big sell-off we had on the US markets, I think NASDAQ was down. Let me just get it quick. NASDAQ was down 4.4% yesterday, and it's already down 0.7% in after hours trading at the moment. So massive problem there. 10 cents down 7% at the moment. So even though NASDAQ was down 6.5% yesterday, I suspect we're going to have some more selling today. Now, let's look at the hour. So you can see how we had a big sell-off, then a little bit of pullback, and then more of a sell-off. So this was a massive day, and to be quite frank, not one that I was expecting. 1,540 points. So if I just move that across like that. So that was a view we had yesterday morning, and you could see we had pretty much a bit of a confirmation, potential turn here. I suppose the warning bell was that we didn't really break above that fractional level. Okay, and like I said to you yesterday, we needed to break these fractional levels to the upside in order for us to have any confidence that the movement is over. And we didn't get it. We broke the fractal to the downside, and that was the fractal we were looking for there. And of course, we accelerated to the downside. Okay, so so I think for this, at this stage, there is no indication that this downtrend is over. This could be sort of a bit of an exhaustion forming. I somehow doubt it. I'm looking at the international markets. I think we're going to have another move to the downside. So you've got to look at these levels. So the first level is 46645, and then the next one is 45126. So yeah, I think we are pretty much breaking this this consolidation range that we've had all year, and we've broken it quite convincingly on the daily. So even though it looked like we were about to turn off the bottom of the range, we broke through. Okay, so difficult, very difficult to call, but I think what you need to do is just focus on what happens in the first sort of half hour of trading. So use your opening range breakout strategy. So you can see there was our opening range. It was a negative first half hour candle, so a break to the downside should have got you short and ridden this thing all the way down. There was your first move. You expect a pullback, and there's your second move. Okay, looking at the close here, it does look like there's potential for a bounce, but yeah, looking at international markets right now, I somehow doubt that. Okay, and the interesting thing about this is cryptos are also down extensively. Gold is not really doing anything. We're just going sideways. So there's no buyer stepping in there. There's no buyer stepping into silver either. So this is the daily of silver, and we're kind of just hovering. So where the money's going, I have no idea. But it's definitely not going into your traditional safe havens. Okay, so what do we expect today? I expect more downside, to be honest. Watch these levels of 46,645. If that level goes, then you've got 45,126 which is the next area to be tagged. Okay, so let's do this on the daily. You can see we do have a bit of a pin bar here as well, but I don't want to worry about that pin bar. I want to look left to the inside pin bar. Okay, and there isn't one. Okay, so what we do have is we've got this level here, which is fairly significant, and after that we've got this bottom of this consolidation range here. So yeah, so that is that's kind of what I can see at the moment. So I expect some more pain coming today for anybody that's got long-term investments in this market, and expecting more shorts. So just to summarize, plan of action for today is really to focus on the first half hour of trading. If we do get a red bar like this, which sort of opens and then closes on its low, it's a solid red bar, you can almost guarantee yourself that you're going to get a follow through to the downside. The only question is to which level. Okay, the major levels up here have been broken convincingly, so there's nothing really. You see, we've got this area here, we've got this weekly bar, so that would be my most logical area right now. And then we'd be looking at this level here. And after that, beyond that, just look to the left, look for these tails. That's kind of where we are. Okay. And let's just get some. So that's a 570 point move. That would be a 2,000 point move, which is not impossible for this week. Okay. So yeah, so that's kind of my take on this at the moment. Oh, the other thing just to point out that I was highlighting this some time ago for the second move, and that second move target has been hit. Okay, so there was the first move down, pullback, and there was the second move. So yeah, so right now everything's pointing down. You look at the weekly, we're pointing down. I think the monthly moving average is starting to point down. So yeah, definitely looking for shorts. And the question is whether we find some support at these levels. I was expecting some support at the better levels. These are bigger levels up here. So it was 46, so 48, 150 was a much bigger level for support. Anyway, so oscillators are grouping to the downside, indicating, giving us warning bells that the buyers will step in shortly. But I don't think they're going to do that today. Definitely a bit more of a sell-off, and then we need to watch these two levels very carefully because there could be some buyers stepping in. Okay, so if you do get in short today sometime, just keep moving your stop. Use a trailing stop in actual fact, because anything can happen. So we could sort of tag a level, and then there could be some political noise come out that moves the market rapidly, which would erase all your gains. So keep those stops tight and watch these levels. And I think just watch that first half hour of trading. If it's a red bar and we break below it on a 6-minute candle, or we close below it on a 6-minute candle, there's a fairly good probability it's going to move to the downside. Okay. Anyway, guys, that's my take on the Aussie. Hope it helps. And if you are still short, congratulations. And no reason to get out at the moment. Just keep moving your stop down. Anyway, catch up with you later. Enjoy the day. Cheers.